In this video, I'll show you how to create a one-page sales funnel in just a few simple steps. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so typically the traditional sales funnel will look something like this, right? So typically you'll have your opt-in page, then you'll drive them to your sales page, then a checkout form, then an upsell, then maybe a downsell, and then another upsell maybe, and then a thank you page. As you can see, it's quite long and complicated, so we're going to reduce it to just one single page. Okay, so let's head over to our site here, and here we've got a one-page funnel. Okay, so excuse the design. Hopefully you'll still be able to grasp the concept. In terms of the design, I'll leave a link in the description to the blog post version of this particular video, and it will include loads of different links to various different types of templates. Okay, so hopefully your sales page will look a lot better than this. Okay, so we've got a few key things. We've got the headline, we've got a strong call to action, we've got a video, and we've got some testimonials. Again, we've got a bit about the author behind this. Okay, and the main thing here, so you might be wondering, how do you actually purchase anything? When we click the main call to action, we've got our checkout form here. Okay, and we don't need to embed it in a pop-up. We can actually just place it anywhere on a page, for example, or we can, when a customer clicks the call to action, we can drive them directly to the checkout page. So it's totally up to you. Okay, you can play around with it and see which works best for your particular market. But throughout this video, this is what we want to be able to accomplish, right? So we want to condense everything onto one single page. Okay, and to do this, we'll be using the WooSuite all-in-one checkout plugin. So just head over to WooSuite.com, go ahead and download the all-in-one checkout plugin. I'll leave the link in the description below. And with that said, let's head over to our dashboard. So throughout this video, we'll be using WordPress to create our one-page sales funnel. We'll also be using the all-in-one checkout plugin, Elementor to create our landing page, and the all-in-one checkout plugins to create our form and upsells. Okay, and we'll also be using WooCommerce to create our products. So with that being said, let's go ahead and install the relevant plugins. Okay, so we'll start by installing the all-in-one checkout plugin, assuming you've downloaded it. So once you've done so, just go ahead and navigate to plugins, add new, go ahead and upload and install the all-in-one checkout plugin. Once you've done so, you'll see this WooSuite menu here. Click activate, enter in your license key, then it will automatically redirect you to this add-on section. Okay, and then from here we'll just scroll down, and then where it says all-in-one checkout, just enable all-in-one checkout, the free and the pro version. Okay, so with that said, we just need to install Elementor, and the process is exactly the same. We just navigate to plugins, add new, and then we can search for Elementor, right? There's a free version and there's a pro version. Currently I've got the free version and the pro version enabled, and I'll show you the limitation of the free version in a second as well. Okay, so to create our funnel, I'm going to work backwards. So I'm going to create our checkout form first, and then we'll create our landing page. Okay, so let's navigate to AIO Checkout for all-in-one checkout. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and create a new checkout. So I've already created one beforehand, but I'm going to disable this one, and then I'm going to go ahead and create a new one and walk you through the process. Okay, so for our order form, here we've got a few default fields, right? So we've got our billing details, shipping details, order summary, shipping methods, payments, and so on. Okay, for this particular example, I want to actually break up the steps. Okay, and we don't need the shipping details because we're going to set the billing details to be the same as the shipping details, right? And we want to turn this into a multi-step checkout. As I said, we want to split it up slightly. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click add a new step. So we've got our payment method automatically on step 2. Let's rename this step and let's say payments. Okay, so that second step is called payment details, which is fine. So our first step will be called shipping details. So we'll just click on this gear icon to edit the label. Okay, and if we wanted to add new fields, we'll just click on this gear icon to the right, and then we can just drag and drop different fields onto our checkout form, right? So I'm going to delete that. We can also rearrange it. If there's a particular field you don't need, you can click the eye icon to just disable it, right? Let's rearrange this back up here, right? And that looks fine. So when we scroll down, so I'm going to disable our order summary, and the reason being I'm going to add all these information on the landing page. Okay, so they'll already know what it is is they're purchasing, because our sales page will tell them exactly what they're purchasing. So for our checkout form, all we want to do is just show their billing details and their payment details, and that's it. Okay, in terms of shipping as well, we'll just make this particular offer free shipping. Okay, and let's say if it's a course or something, then in that case shipping isn't relevant. So I'm just going to hide our order summary and also the shipping methods as well. If you wanted to add a new section, you can add a new section here and add different fields to it. So maybe you wanted to create a more application style checkout form, okay, then you can do so. So I'm just going to move on for now. Okay, I'm going to navigate to products, because we want to automatically load a particular product onto this checkout form. Okay, so there isn't no add to cart or anything like that on the customer's end. In terms of products, so again, as I said, we'll be using WooCommerce, right? So you just need to navigate to products, add new, and then go ahead and create a product. So I'll just quickly show you. So here I've added a few different products, and for a more in-depth video on adding products in WooCommerce, I'll leave a link on screen now. But essentially we'll just click add new. So I'm going to quickly create a product now. So let's just call this, we can add a product image for our ebook. We can add a category, so again it's optional. Let's just say book. I'll just add a new category called book. Okay, and that's been added fine. And let's set the price to $49, okay? And then we can just hit publish. Okay, so that's our book added. So when we head back over to all-in-one checkout, when we click add product, we can go ahead and search for that product which we just added. So let's just search ebook. Okay, and here we can see the product which we've just added. So we can add a discount to this particular product. We can add a percentage discount or a fixed amount off. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it without any discount, so it'll be for the full price, which is $49. Okay, so let's navigate to design. For the design, I'm going to go ahead and select this single column template here. For the thank you page, I should note as well that we can actually further customize this checkout design, but it doesn't make sense in this case, and you'll see why in a second. So for our thank you page, again, if you've got a global checkout, you can use the same thank you page as a global checkout. In this case, I'm just going to select no, and then we can actually create a custom thank you page, or we can use a theme default thank you page, or we can just choose one of our pre-designed thank you page. So I'm just going to select this one. Okay, and then let's navigate to settings. Let's enable this checkout first and foremost. So I'm just going to name it ebook checkout. It's just for internal purposes. For the slug, we can leave it blank. It'll automatically generate one for us. In this case, it doesn't really matter. I think if you was to create a landing page and then link customers over to the checkout page, then it would probably make sense to name this something specific like ebook, right? Okay, so where it says applies to, we're going to set this to everyone. Custom checkout button, I'm just going to leave this blank for now. Close checkout, I'm going to leave that blank. Enable Google auto address complete. So you can enable this feature, and I'll leave a link on screen in how you'd actually get your API key to enable this feature. Okay, so let's just hit save changes and let's navigate back to our general settings. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and copy the shortcode. So where it says actions here for this particular checkout which we've just created, I'm going to click the action button, and then I'm just going to go ahead and click get shortcode. Okay, so that's copied fine. Before we actually leave this page, when we want to create our upsell offers and so on, we can do it here. Okay, so just a quick example, we can add various order bumps. So we'll give it a name. So I'm just going to close this for now, and I'm going to edit this one and walk you through how I've actually edited this. Okay, so to create our upsell offers, first we need to actually add the product in which we want to upsell customers on. So we just click add product here, add your product. Okay, so I've already added one here, and again, just like before, we can give a additional discount based on the regular price or the sale price of this particular product. Okay, so when a customer accepts the order bump, we can add it to their cart, or we can replace it with the item that's already in their cart. Okay, we get to choose the position of the order bump on a checkout page. We can also show it in a mini cart area if you're running a more e-commerce store. In terms of design, we can customize the design here, so we can add a description, title, call to action, and we can change the style as well. Okay, and then for the rules, we can go ahead and decide when we want to show this rule. Okay, so we've got various conditions here, and then essentially this upsell will only trigger when a customer matched that particular condition. But again, I'll leave a link on screen to a more in-depth video on how to actually add upsells, okay, and order bumps. So let's just close this off. Okay, so let's move on to actually creating our landing page. Okay, so we'll just click add new and then page. Okay, and then from here you can either use the default Gutenberg editor, right? I'm editing code. Just click visual editor, and then you can create your landing page using the default Gutenberg editor. Okay, Okay, so this step will vary depending on what type of page builder you're using, okay? So as I said, throughout this video, we'll be using Elementor, but in your case, you can use whichever page builder you want, whether that's Divi, Oxygen Builder, or any other page builder. I'll leave a link on screen to a playlist, to our funnel videos playlist, okay? And that playlist will have videos of us creating a funnel using various different page builders, okay? Such as Divi, Gutenberg, and so on. But essentially, you just want to create your sales page, right? I'm going to go back to all pages. So I'm just going to go ahead and edit the landing page, which I've created earlier. Okay, so let's just click edit. I'll just edit this one here. Again, currently I'm using Elementor to create our landing page. It's dead simple. As I mentioned as well in the intro, we'll leave a link to a few resources on templates that you can use with Elementor, Divi, and a few others, okay? So we can go ahead and edit our landing page. So if we wanted to add a heading, for example, we can drag and drop this heading text here. We can enter in our heading information. Okay, we can change the styling, so we can change the typography, we can change the color, and so on. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this. So I'll right click and then just hit delete, and then essentially you just want to design your landing page. Okay, so as I mentioned, if you want to add the checkout form on the page, for example, I can do this, and then here I can add a text area. Okay, then I can paste in our shortcode, which we've already copied, right? So this is a shortcode of the checkout form we just created, right? So we can just hit update and let's preview the page. Okay, and here you can see our checkout form embedded within the page. Okay, so ideally we would want to change this heading as well. I'll show you how to change it in a second, but this is our checkout form here, okay, embedded in the page. So again, you can be creative with it. Okay, so it's totally up to you. In this case, I've actually embedded our checkout form in this pop-up here. If you wanted to create a pop-up and add your checkout form to the pop-up, I'll quickly show you how you can do that. So we'll just head over to our dashboard, and then in Elementor we'll go templates, and then we'll go pop-ups. Okay, and then we just click add new pop-up. So I've already created this one here. I'll do a new one, and then we'll just give it a name. So we'll say ebook checkout. Okay, so we'll just say ebook checkout form. Okay, so you can start by using one of their pre-designed templates. In this case, I'm just going to X this off and just create one from scratch. Okay, so mine's super simple, so you can add stuff to it, but I'm just going to keep mine super simple. So I just added this text area here. Let's just paste in our shortcode again, and that's pretty much it. That's all I've done for the example which you've seen, and then basically this will have our pop-up form embedded in it. So we'll just click publish. So if you wanted to take it a step further as well, so I'll just hit save and close. For the widgets, let's go testimonial. You can actually add some testimonial under the checkout form, right? So they'll see the checkout form first, then they'll see this testimonial here. So let's actually see how it works. Okay, so let's just update this again, save and close, and then to get it on our landing page, it's dead simple. So we'll just go back to our landing page here, and I'm going to add the new checkout form which we've just created when a user clicks on this button here. Okay, so I'm going to click edit to edit this button, and then here where it says link, I'm going to click where it says dynamic tags, and then I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to where it says action and then pop up. Okay, so now that I've selected pop up, I'm going to click this settings icon, and then where it says all pop-ups, let's go ahead and search for the pop-up which we just created. So we'll just search for ebook. Okay, and here we can see our ebook pop-up. So again, let's update this and let's view our landing page. Okay, so let's scroll down and let's click on this button here, right? And here you can see our checkout form along with our testimonial. So again, as I said, you can be super creative with it. You can add like a countdown timer if you wanted, so it's totally up to you. But this is just a quick overview of how we'd actually create a one-page sales funnel. Okay, so again, all the elements on the page, it's totally up to you. With Elementor, you can customize everything, right? So if we didn't want this section here, we can delete it. You don't always have to start from scratch as well. So if I click, for example, here where it says templates, we can start from templates, or we can even click on blocks, and then we can add specific blocks. Okay, so if it's call to actions we've got various different call to action blocks. If we want a contact form, a client section, it's super customizable. And again, this isn't restricted to using Elementor. You can use whichever page builder you want, but the concept ultimately remains the same. And that's how you create a one-page sales funnel in just a few simple steps. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you got any questions, leave it in the comment box below or reach out to support and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.